Hey, what's up, Unbroken Nation? And so I'm wondering, I guess the question really, if I were to parse it down, is what, if any, role does fear play in your life?
So a lot of the decisions, like I don't have this list of all the challenges I want to do in my life. And because every challenge leads to the next one, gives me the confidence to take the next one. I am very upfront and honest. Last year, I attempted and succeeded at a Guinness World Record for the most ultra marathons run in a row. So it was 11 days of running a ultra marathon every day, and I was, one of my posts beforehand was like, this is going to be a grand adventure or an epic catastrophe. Let's find out together. And so I have so much humility and like respect for endurance. And I could run 100 miles and do a bunch of these races, and I will go into it being like, anything could happen. It's going to, there's no guarantees no matter how many times you do it. So, I mean, I guess there's not that much fear because there's not much to lose if your identity isn't what you accomplish or achieve. Like in my 20s, I'm 30 now. In my 20s, I thought my identity and all my worth came in what I accomplished, how many people I helped to get clean water, and that was it. And so I think because faith is a part of my story now, I am so much more free to do things without worrying about failure because it's not like, I mean, God already knows what He made me capable of doing. And so it's not like He's going to be disappointed if I don't reach some kind of personal goal because He already knew. And it's just using what you have.
Hey, Unbroken Nation, we'll be right back to the show, but I wanted to let you know that you can grab a copy of my first book, Think Unbroken: Understanding and Overcoming Childhood Trauma, for free. If you go to book.thinkunbroken.com, you can download the PDF ebook version of the book and get everything that I know about the baseline of healing trauma for free, downloaded to your email right now. Just go to book.thinkunbroken.com to download your copy of Think Unbroken: Understanding and Overcoming Childhood Trauma for a PDF for your phone. Again, that is book.thinkunbroken.com.
I mean, what's the big deal about, that I think the biggest fear is usually failure. And what's the big deal if your identity doesn't change whether you fail or succeed? But I think a lot of these challenges have to do with a calling. And I know, I'm very like logic based, so I need to break down what that means. For me, a calling means something that like I'm drawn to. It's the thing I want to like I research, I spend my time reading about, I talk to people about the thing I wonder about, like whether you're in the shower, just going on the walk, like what is that thing that you are just drawn to, like, and you want to know and you're curious about. And so I think that is more the driver. And I mean, I guess one of the other like fears that I have is I think it would be looking back. Like the greatest fear I have is like looking back, say I'm 80 years old, looking back at my life and just being filled with what ifs and if onlys and looking back and wondering what would my life be like if I lived the life I was called to, if I lived the life I was meant to. And I mean, that's it. I mean, we don't need people running more marathons, but we do need people to live the lives that they were meant to and they were called to and show up to be their best. And so my greatest fear is that. And so in some ways, I guess that is a fear that drives me.